We're going to start this month's, or this meeting with a presentation from Ms. Lakeisha Wade. So come on up.
There you go, out of practice. Good evening, everyone. It's good to see you all today. I'll be reading from some notes here, and we'll be sharing this with the community as well. Thank you for this time.
Of course.
And thank you for making space to honor Disability Pride Month. That's why I'm here today. Your support affirms our commitment to a Frederick where every neighbor of every ability is valued and welcome. This month is a celebration of identity, community, and pride. It reminds us that disability is not something to minimize, but it is a meaningful part of human diversity that is helping to shape our city. And it's important to remember that disability is not an experience reserved for someone else. Every one of us could become a part of the disabled community at any time, through an accident, a medical diagnosis, or simply through natural changes that come with aging. When we invest in accessibility, we aren't just supporting others, we are building a Frederick that we may all one day need. Across Frederick, we see this spirit reflected in the organizations that walk alongside our disabled community every day. There are organizations like the Freedom Center, where people with disabilities are supported and building independent, self-directed lives through peer advocacy, resource navigation, and tools that promote autonomy. The ARC of Frederick County, which partners with individuals with developmental disabilities to create opportunities for connection, lifelong independence, and meaningful participation in community life. Like the L'Arche of Frederick, a place where people with and without disabilities live together in community, sharing daily life in a way that honors their dignity, belonging, and mutual growth. And even organizations like the YMCA, whose adaptive healthy living program fosters health, movement, and confidence through accessible wellness programs designed so that everyone can participate. These organizations show us what inclusion looks like, not as an aspiration, but as a practice that is woven into everyday life. And when we talk about accessibility, it is worth noting that accessible design ends up helping everyone. A simple example is curb ramps, initially created so that wheelchair users could navigate sidewalks safely, and they are now used universally, helping parents push strollers, traveling rolling suitcases, workers handling carts and equipment, and older adults who simply appreciate the safe navigation of a smooth land. Intelligent design doesn't just remove barriers, it makes our city easier to navigate and more welcoming for all. As we continue through the rest of the year, it is my hope that we carry forward the belief that accessibility and belonging are responsibilities that we all share. That we continue to work to remove barriers where they remain, whether physical, mental, cultural, or systemic, and that we continue to invest in a community where residents of every ability can thrive, contribute, and celebrate who they truly are. Thank you again for your time, for honoring this important part of our community, and it is now my pleasure to introduce a Disability Month recognition video, which we will be sharing with everyone in the community as well, and on social media, so stay tuned.
Hello, Frederick. I'm Shauna Mulcahy, and it is truly a joy to welcome you to this month's Cultural Connection celebration. We're so glad you're here with us as we honor Disability Pride Month, a month rooted in courage, in community, and in the powerful truth that disability is an identity to be proud of, not something to hide or minimize.
And I'm Miley Dixon. It means so much to share this space with all of you. Disability Pride Month is a time when we center the experiences, the leadership, and the creativity of disabled people, not as an afterthought, but as an essential part of our community story. Because disability is not a weakness. It is a culture, a history, a source of innovation, and a part of human diversity we're celebrating.
Every July, we pause to honor this month because it marks a milestone in our nation's civil rights journey. The signing of the Americans with Disabilities Act on July 26, 1990. That law changed the landscape of accessibility and inclusion in the United States. But it wasn't handed down from above. It was fought for. It came after generations of disability advocates organized, marched, and crawled up literal steps and demanded equal access to public life. Disability Pride Month exists because people with disabilities insisted on being seen, heard, and respected.
Yes, and the heart of this month is more than policy. It's cultural, it's personal. It's about claiming identity without shame. It's about rejecting the old idea that disability is something to overcome and embracing the truth that disability is simply part of what makes our world vibrant, adaptive, and imaginative. Like so many pride movements, Disability Pride invites all of us to rethink how we understand belonging. It reminds us that the world becomes more welcoming, not when people adapt to inaccessible systems, but when systems adapt to include everyone.
That spirit is at the center of Cultural Connections. Each month, we gather to celebrate a community that adds immeasurable richness to the city of Frederick. We lift up voices that too often go unheard, and we invite our whole city to listen, learn, and grow together. Disability Pride Month calls us to widen our lens, to ask, are our spaces truly accessible? Are our policies equitable? Are we building a community where disabled people don't just have access, but have influence, joy, and belonging?
And it's also a celebration of creativity, of the disability arts, of adaptive design, of self-advocacy, of community leadership. A celebration of the many ways disabled people contribute to Frederick every single day. Thank you for honoring disability culture alongside us. And thank you for choosing to be part of the community where every voice matters and every resident belongs.
We're excited to share this journey with you. Let's continue building a Frederick where accessibility is universal, inclusion is instinctive, and pride is something we all uplift together.
From our hearts to yours, happy Disability Pride Month.
Happy Disability Pride Month indeed. Thank you for sharing your gifts, talents, lived experience, and powerful perspectives with our city. The contributions of our disabled community and of those who directly support this part of our community enrich Frederick in countless ways. Your creativity, your insight, and your advocacy continue to push us toward becoming a more thoughtful, responsive, and equitable place to live. Your presence strengthens our culture, expands our understanding, and reminds us of the brilliance that exists across our entire community. We also recognize our responsibility to you, ensuring accessibility, protecting dignity, and honoring your full belonging in every space is not an aspirational goal, it is a commitment we hold with intention and accountability. You deserve to be seen, heard, and valued in all that we do. Thank you for allowing us to celebrate with you and for guiding us toward a Frederick where everyone can thrive.
I yield the floor to you, Council President Cesar Diaz.
Thank you, Ms. Wade. As you mentioned, and as the young lady mentioned in the video, disability is not something to overcome or to hide. It's a part of the human experience. And in Frederick, we have many residents who navigate their daily lives with disabilities. They're our neighbors, and our colleagues, and our family members. And they deserve a city that doesn't make them fight for access that everyone else takes for granted, because accessibility is not a courtesy, it's a right. As a city government, we have a responsibility to ask whether our decisions reflect that commitment, not just in proclamations, but in practice. I'm proud that the city is marking this month with a formal presentation. Celebration matters. And I hope that what we heard tonight gives us all something to carry forward, not just in pride, but in action. So I want to thank city staff and you, Ms. Wade, for putting this video together and keeping this and other issues of inclusion and diversity always in the forefront. Thank you. Next on our agenda is approval of minutes. This will be approval of the July 9th, 2026 City Council work session minutes.
So moved.
For a second. Second. Moved by Councilmember Brem, second by Councilmember Atkins. All in favor? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 0. Thank you.